I'm walking outside one last time to see the sunrise. Time for a road trip. We're going on a trip on our favorite rocket ship. I don't think I ever showed you guys what the car looks like. So we got water, we got an apple, we got some ripe bananas, we got our face masks, a bandana, I got my sunglasses. This is a bag of snacks that Nick's mom gave me. His seat is totally empty. Then we have all this stuff. I actually feel pretty good about this because I reorganized my car and I can officially see all the way through the back window. Like this IKEA bag, that blue one right there, used to really block my vision. I had like a blind spot, which made me kind of anxious. So I feel really good about the fact that this is everything I own, aside from a few things that are at my parents' house in Pueblo. And yeah, this is a big accomplishment to me. We made it to Nebraska. We're at a restaurant called Cunningham's Journal, which is a restaurant my friend from high school, Shannon, recommended. We both have our masks. We're probably gonna go inside, see if we could be seated outside. I figure we're gonna take at least an hour to like eat lunch. But the drive's gone well. We left Fort Collins at like 6:20, and it is now 12:30 our time. I think it's 1:30 here, because I think where we are in Nebraska is like an hour forward. But anyway, other than like sore backs and just really wanting to get out of the car and stretch our legs, we've been doing well. We've been listening to music, and I had a couple podcasts running, which I'll have to talk about later, like what I recommend, like podcast-wise, if you have like a long road trip ahead of you. So good news, this place is actually like really cute and fancy. We asked for a table outside, and we're at like a high top with like a fire pit, and there's a bunch of flowers, and just over there is like a big body of water. So they're doing the whole like electronic menu thing, so you just like take a picture of the barcode. And anyway, I'm so happy to be here. I'm very hungry, and we're excited to have beer and just kind of take an hour to decompress and then get back on the road. We're gonna be landing in Davenport, Iowa tonight. I don't think I like did an overview, but start in Fort Collins tonight, we go to Davenport, Iowa, and then tomorrow we will go from Davenport, Iowa to Syracuse, New York. So tomorrow is like a longer day by like 2 hours, so that kind of sucks. But today is feeling pretty manageable because I drove 5.5, 6 hours from Fort Collins to this little place called Kearney, Nebraska, and then Nick is going to drive the other 5.5, 6 hours to Davenport. So that is what's going on, and I'm probably going to take this off because now we're at a restaurant and time for food.
You gotta send that to my dad. You gotta send
No, what did you get? The Jameson.
Jameson.
Yeah. Right, which has what on it?
Beer cheese.
Yeah.
The barbecue sauce is made with Jameson whiskey.
Yes,
so
that's right. And I got a cheeseburger with onion strips. I'm gonna burp. All right, burger's all gone. Food was delicious, I think. Do you think?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think my friend Shannon recommended this place because they have really good burgers. She was like, oh, it's a good burger joint. I thought it was like a rundown, like just like a little thing off the side of the highway, and this is like a full-blown, like beautiful restaurant. So Nick got 2 beers. I think I'm gonna hold off till tonight to have a beer. But this was much needed because I was really hungry, and I think we'll take like our fries. Nick got fries and I got onion rings in like a box to have with us just like as a snack on the road. But yeah. Yeah. Well, we are in Iowa. There's a big flag right behind me. We're at a gas station. Nick's running to the bathroom. I think this is our last fill up before we make it to Davenport. And I wouldn't pay attention to this stuff, but Nick says you can tell we're in corn country because E85 is only 174 a gallon, which E85 is like a special gas he uses for his car that's made out of corn. I don't know. Anyway, drive's going good. I've been in the passenger seat since we left Kearney, I think is how you pronounce it, that place we stopped for lunch in Nebraska, and my back is so sore. I kind of want to switch with Nick and drive, but we'll see what he's in the mood for. I'm going to put my mask on, go into the gas station, and pay for our last fill-up of the day. Hooray! Feels like we're nearing the end of day one, but I won't speak too soon. Still have a little ways to go, so. I don't think you'll be able to hear me right now, but we're passing through like a windmill field that Nick said he was looking forward to seeing. We're in Iowa, like I said, and they're like everywhere. I don't know if you can see all of those, all to the left, and then a bunch also to the right. I just said that backwards, but you get the gist. Okay, we made it to the hotel, and Nick and I were just discussing, I was saying to myself that, I was like, wow, this is a really nice Hilton. It's a lot nicer than the other.
I'll let you grab some video footage of the bathroom.
Oh, thank you. It's a nice bathroom, a nice shower. I'm so excited to shower. Anyway, I was saying that I've stayed in a lot like shabbier Hiltons, and then I was like, I think I'm confusing Hiltons with Holiday Inns, because I think I've stayed in way more Holiday Inns than Hiltons. And just being totally transparent, this like one night stay here in Davenport, Iowa, like nowhere special. We got a king size bed, which like I said, I'm freaking pumped about. And this stay was, I think, like $100 for the night. I have to go check my card charge, but anyway, we're at the end of the hall, and you have this nice little walk-in area and the big bed, what we've been looking forward to all day. And then we have a small TV, and all of our stuff is on like this desk. We just filled up on gas because we were running really low. We went to like the little mini mart right next to the hotel, and it got some beer, and then we checked in, and my dad called me, which was nice, kind of like seeing where I'm at. I ran out of data on the drive here, so I shut it off like the last half of the day. So anyone that texted me, like they all just flooded in once I got here and had Wi-Fi. But yeah, it is 9:52 here. We went forward an hour, so about 10 o'clock. And I was talking about this with Nick that when I was planning the road trip in my head, I thought, oh, if we leave Fort Collins at 6 a.m., we'll get to Davenport at 6 p.m. And like, no, that's not how road trips work, because we didn't leave till like 6:30 about, and that doesn't take into account like all the bathroom breaks and our lunch spot, which we probably were there for like an hour and 15 minutes, and both of us had kind of like upset stomachs, which I think for me just like happens whenever I travel. Like I get a little nervous, so like you can't account for any of that until the day of. So it definitely took more than 12 hours, but honestly for our first day I would say it was like a really good day. Like we listened to the Armchair Expert podcast by Dax Shepard, and we were cracking up. He had interviewed Jason Bateman, who's one of our favorite actors. So that was a really great podcast. My sister Tess recommended it, and that was like really worthwhile. It was an old podcast, like one of his first, like back in 2018. And then we also listened to Happy Hour by Gretchen Garrity. She's like my favorite YouTuber I like to watch. She did a podcast on like all the best food and like shopping spots in Boston, so that felt really relevant to listen to before we get there. And then the other podcast we listened to was Jenna and Julian's podcast. If you follow Jenna Marbles on YouTube, she's taking a break right now, but Julian has continued, and he did like a podcast on advice. Like people wrote into the podcast and asked for advice from him. So anyway, I would say this first day was a complete success. I'm going to put down my phone for the night and shower. So excited to shower. So excited to starfish in this bed and not even be aware that Nick is next to me. Just be like, I'm alone, or that I have my space to just roll out, because I ordered a mattress and it was delivered to my new house in Boston, and my cute roommates like picked it up for me and like unrolled it. So I'm really grateful, because when we get there, it'll have like risen, and it'll be there waiting for me. And it's a full, because I'm going to be alone my whole year in Boston, so I didn't think it was worth it to get a queen bed. So we're going to go from sleeping in a king bed 2 nights in a row, because tomorrow's hotel, we're going to stay at a Hampton. I also got a king-size bed, and we'll stay in king beds 2 nights in a row and then go to a full. So that'll be a sad adjustment. But anyway, good first day. And then tomorrow we go Davenport to Chicago. We're gonna try to like have lunch, see the Bean, just kind of walk around, and then Chicago to Syracuse. So tomorrow is the longer day. If I had to guess on like the tail end of when we'll get there, I'm gonna be a little pessimistic just to prepare myself. And I think tomorrow we probably won't get there, like be in our hotel till like 11 p.m. But who knows? We might surprise ourselves and get there earlier, but I just am assuming that tomorrow's drive will be a little longer. So anyway, that is it for day 1, and we'll see you guys tomorrow for day 2. Can you tell I just woke up? Morale is low. It's 5:40. Nick and I probably got to bed at 11:40, if that. Both a little cranky, but I'm having a banana. Give me some energy and some water. The water here is really soft, so anyway, I'm gonna try to fill up my water bottle with cold water before we go. And there's like a bagel place and a Starbucks like right next to our hotel, so we'll probably just get a quick breakfast there and be on our way to Illinois to see the bean and to walk around and maybe get more food. And then after that, the long haul from Chicago to Syracuse. So that is our second day, and I'm excited to leave Iowa.
Going around that thing when it is open and just wiping it down with like Windex.
Right. This appears to be like a concert venue. It's really cool. I bet it's really neat at night too. You can see any stars. As you guys just saw, we saw the bean in this like outside concert area. Now we're walking back to the car because I don't know if it's just the area of Chicago that like that Cloud Gate art structure is in, but literally everything was closed aside from Starbucks, and we got coffee at Starbucks this morning. Also, I want to try not to support giant corporations, but I feel like that's almost impossible on a road trip, you know? So anyway, we're gonna drive out of the city and see if we can find somewhere to like eat and sit down, just because my crank level is high, just because I'm like hungry and I've only had sugar in my systems. But anyway, the art structure was really cool to see, and I'm happy that it was open because it was like gated off.
You're on your phone.
Yeah.
Oh, is that like whatever?
Okay, so as you can see, it's nighttime. I totally failed at vlogging today. I would say today, like mileage-wise, it was actually shorter than our first day of driving, but it definitely felt longer. My prediction was semi-correct. We got here at 10:50, so definitely like about 11 o'clock. We're staying at like a Hampton Inn and Suites. Today was definitely a more frustrating day, but I feel a lot more accomplished now that we got the second day of driving done. Feel a lot more confident about our third day, which is just Syracuse to Boston, which is only like 4 hours, so spirits are high but tired. I wanted to show you guys our hotel room because I don't think I showed much of our hotel room yesterday, but I haven't stayed in many hotels like in my life, and both of these hotels have been really nice. Like the first one was a Hilton, this one is a Hampton, and I think that's under the same umbrella, but in my eyes they've both just been like very luxurious, so I'm enjoying myself. I think I'm gonna take a shower, get clean, get in my pajamas, and then read my Kindle, because today is August 4th, a day I have been waiting for a very long time, because if you like Twilight, Midnight Sun came out today, and I'm really hoping it's on my Kindle because I didn't have Wi-Fi for the whole drive, so it didn't download. I don't know if any of you care. Anyway, here is the hotel room. Okay, so when you walk in, you obviously have the bathroom. And here, I really like this like counter where you can put stuff, and then this framed mirror, and then the toilet and the shower, and then walk over here, there's a mirror. I like this little bench for like stuff, and then this is the room. Hi babe. And I really like the bed, like it has these shelves, these lamps that like switch on, and then charging units, and then the back spread of the bed is really nice. We found baseball. Mariners are playing against the Angels. Nick switched the game, but yeah, so this is Syracuse, New York. And there's the moon. But yeah, this is like a really nice hotel room, in my opinion. And I was saying to Nick in the car, like just kind of an overview. Basically, like first day, Nebraska and Iowa was very, very boring. It's like pretty flat. And I would say Iowa's quite green, but Nebraska is just kind of like boring, like really nothing to it. And then today was a lot more interesting because as you guys saw, we went to Chicago, and I really enjoyed having like a pit stop, like only 3 hours in. It was nice to like get out of the car, walk around, and then we drove to a Denny's in Indiana, had breakfast. Like I said, I didn't vlog much today, and then drove through Ohio, and then Pennsylvania, just like the edge of it, and then into New York. So today's drive was definitely more interesting because Indiana and Ohio were both really like lush and green. Same with Pennsylvania and especially New York. So I really liked seeing the greenery, kind of make me realize how like Colorado really isn't that green. It's not that it's brown, it's just more like mountainous, and I really like the lush trees. We got rained on a lot today, so that was kind of comforting. But anyway, it is the end of day 2. Gonna shower, go to bed, hopefully read, and then tomorrow the goal is to be up and out of here by like 6:30 because the drive from Syracuse to Boston is only like 4.5 hours. So we're hoping to make it there by like 11:30, unpack the car, and then that will be the end of the road trip vlog.